Hi. I felt like sharing something that I've been talking to people that I've been working with this week that feels pretty exciting, and I thought I'd share it with you. And that's that consciousness is something that's always growing and always evolving, right? Like our awareness is always getting higher. We learn as we move forward, not only as individuals, but as a full society. And the highest things people knew in the 20s, even though I'm sure they served their purpose at that time, are very different compared to what we know now. Life keeps upgrading us, life keeps putting us into higher levels of awareness. Our pain is when we still hold on to the old way of thinking. Now, think of this the way technology works, right? Like in the 50s, we actually could see technology be completely different than now. In the 50s, you had rotary phones, right? These old phones that were just a phone that was on the thing, you dial it. And then as time went on, the phones got nicer and different and more advanced and cordless. Then eventually, now we're at whatever, iPhone 9s or 10s or whatever the number is. And these things can do everything, right? Now here you are, a brand new iPhone 9 or 10, and sometimes when we make a decision in our life or we try to think of what we should do next or we want to feel something, we check in with rotary phone thinking. We often even might literally ask our parents who might have grown up in a different time and have older technology, or we've still held on to our old story and we're carrying rotary phone thinking and software in our brand new iPhones. So here we are, these infinite brilliant things, and often we have running around in our body the old way of protective thinking that was needed to protect ourselves in a totally different time. I mean, we kind of inherit our parents' beliefs and they inherit their grandparents' beliefs, whatever. And we're talking about the Great Depression thinking coming down the line. And often people look up to their parents and older generations and get advice from them. That's the weird thing of how we grew up. We grew up learning from this thinking that actually sometimes fits how they grew up, not necessarily where we are, right? So we're sitting and go, should I do this? And then we ask our parents, which is like an iPhone 9 asking a rotary phone. And then the rotary phone's like, no, because you don't have any apps. And they're like, no, they don't have any apps because they don't know about apps. And what we need to do is upgrade our software. Just by meditating, just by connecting to yourself, just by sitting and listening, it will start to upgrade to the actual what you are right now. So what I like to do is sit sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a day. Now this sounds crazy to people, but what's crazier to me is trying to run your day while you're like a phone from 1983. It's much harder to have your day happen fully and fulfilled when we're using old fear-based technology and we have this new us that knows so much more that's right here in the moment. So when I sit and close my eyes, I notice a few things happen. One, I get much more upgraded to my current technology. I'm faster, I'm much more aware, I'm more creative, I have more ideas, I see more possibilities, I have more fun, I feel more fulfillment, I'm a better space for myself, and I notice it clears out a lot of the old technology. Just by sitting and listening for a while, it starts pointing out all these things that I used to think were me that aren't me anymore. Old things that I used to believe about myself, old stories, old patterns. When you actually sit and listen to yourself, you'll actually clear out the old DOS or Windows 95 programming that you have going on. You are right now. And right now, consciousness as a whole is much higher. But we keep looking at the public, and the public's kind of averaging around like some 1983 phone. So don't ask people what you should do. Ask yourself. Sit for a while and listen and clear out what you're not. And listen to what is trying to happen for you. Because your technology that's available for you is insane. But you have to upgrade. The same way an iPhone has to upgrade every few days. You have to upgrade too. And sit and listen and sit and listen and get advice and callings and hear what you are supposed to be and do and offer to the world and how life can do it really fast through you. just by allowing and being and sitting. And we don't have to check in with our rotary phone fears anymore. The more you sit, the longer you're there, the more those fears will leave, and the more amazing you can become. You're amazing. Just allow it to upgrade.